What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, just another PokeTuber, coach of your Piedmont Triad Kickers, coming at you today with. I know you guys are probably looking at the screen like, what the heck is this? So, to make a long story short, someone dropped a team in a league that I used to participate in. When I participated in it, it was called the VDL. They've since then been rebranded to be called the MBA. If I'm not mistaken, that stands for Mystic Battle Association. So if you guys remember me doing like a singles league with a Manaphy logo and it was low tier, this is basically the same league, just once again rebranded as far as I know, and hopefully I didn't get the name wrong. But yeah, we're taking over a team. I know the coach. I'm not sure if I should say who the coach is. I personally know them though, and I'm not sure if I should say who they are though. So just in case they don't want me doing that, I'm not going to say them. But taking over the team from someone I personally know. They didn't. Well, and when I say personally, I mean I've been in a few leagues with them, talked to them a few times. They've invited me to some of their leagues, so that's pretty much the scope of how much I know them. But a friend of mine told me about the drop in the league. I messaged the owner, commissioner, or whatever for this particular division, and here we are. So the person who originally had this team, they drafted Mega Floette, which is the biggest reason I wanted to pick this team up because I saw Mega Floette with Volcarona and King Gambit, and I'm sitting here like this looks perfect. And then we saw the Mega Aerodactyl. Now I would have preferred regular Aerodactyl, but I think Mega Aerodactyl is still cool because when it's just a cool Pokemon, right? Before I start getting into what the Pokemon do, let me at least get through the teams. We have the Basque Legion female, which I didn't mind because we have a chance to use that. But then we get to the Abomasnow, the Diggersby, the Glamora, the Hawlucha, and last but not least the Stunfish, who I thought it was pronounced Stunkfish until I was typing this thing's name into the doc and realized, oh, your name is actually spelled Stunfish, not Stunkfish. Because I mean, it looks like it stinks, right? So yeah, I would think it's Stunkfish, but apparently it's Stunfish, which makes sense because in the anime, literally, you step on this thing, it just shocks you. So I guess it makes sense, but stupid Pokemon, stupid Pokemon. Anyway, um, as you could tell by my reaction to the last half of the draft, these weren't Pokemon I was particularly impressed with. Now, the Diggersby, okay, Diggersby is passable. Also, we're taking over a team, so beggars can't be choosers, right? So we took the team that we saw. We kept the pieces that we liked, which for me was the first five plus Diggersby. And then we added, we dropped Abomasnow for Mr. Rhyme. I guess you could say we dropped Glamora and Hawlucha for Chestnut and Luxray, and then we dropped Stunfish for Lopunny. Um, I wasn't a big fan of Abomasnow. Like, sure, Aurora Veil is cool, but I feel like it's a lot cooler when you're fast enough to actually get it off before dying. So and on top of that, it's not really something I've played with on ladder enough to be like, oh, I really want to try this. Something I really feel consistent doing. So I was like, nah, we can get rid of Abomasnow. Therefore, I picked up Mr. Rhyme, another ice type, who I actually like using because Mr. Rhyme gives you like fake out, you have ally switch, you have dual screens, you have chilly reception for pivoting, you get a lot of like funny moves that can change like stats, cut off items. Like, you get funny stuff with this guy. I'm pretty sure he gets T-Wave as well for speed control. You get Icy Wind, you get Freeze Rise, you can hit freaking water types. And then, this thing does a lot. Like, if you really wanted me to, I can make a whole 5-10 minute video on why Mr. Rhyme's the GOAT. We're not going to do that here. That's beyond the scope of this video, but just know I prefer Mr. Rhyme over Abomasnow. We picked up Chestnut over Hawlucha because this team if we're being honest, this team really kind of struggles in the sun a little bit. Even with the Aerodactyl there, if you only have one thing to deal with sun, to me that's not good. And Aerodactyl's kind of it. So if you lose the Aerodactyl, okay. But something I found out was that Chestnut, unironically, can wall out freaking Mega Zard Y because you get wide guard, so they can't heat wave you. You have bulletproof, so they can't weather ball you. And if the only thing Zard can hit you with his coverage moves, well, you get rock coverage. So yeah, Zard, you can just eat one. That I find that very funny. That of all the mons that could actually wall Zard, it's a freaking grass type starter. But you know what? Chestnut's on the team. This team didn't have Intimidate before, so I picked up Luxray. Not to mention, Luxray does get some cool stuff, like he gets Snarl, he gets Howl, so we can lower. So on top of Intimidating, we can Snarl and lower special attack, and then on top of that, we can Howl to boost like maybe our Floette, not our Floette, of course not the Floette. For those that don't know, how boosts his attack, so we would use it on like Diggersby or King Gambit or um, Aerodactyl, for example, right? He gets Electro Web. We can also, I'm pretty sure he gets like just regular T Wave. Maybe even gets Nuzzle. I wouldn't be surprised if he got Nuzzle. I don't know that, so don't quote me on that. But I wouldn't be surprised if he got that move. So these guys are budget support mon. So like I said, beggars can't be choosers. But I think for what I want, these guys can provide enough. And then Lopunny, gives me a little fake out option. It has Charm, which can be very situationally funny, depending on what's in front of me. I did find it funny to find out that Lopunny is actually, I thought it was one of those Pokemon that's 100% female, then I found out that's not how it works, and I'm sitting here like, I cannot imagine what a male Lopunny, I could not imagine looking my male Lopunny into the face, and then just seeing him as I don't know, bro, that would actually mess me up a little bit. That information actually messed me up. I did not know Lopunny can do that, but anyway, it's on the team, and is it going to come to a lot of games? Probably not, but hey, if we ever need your fake out abilities plus your charm abilities and any other abilities you have, because she does get some funny moves, we can do that. But anyway, those are the goobers that I picked up. Let's also get into why I kept the original six. Well, not the original six, but like why I kept six of the original Pokemon. Mega Floette is just a demon. Like, this thing hits ridiculously hard. You get Fairy Aura when you Mega Evolve, which is the same ability that Xerneas has, if I'm not mistaken. I didn't get to play with Gen 6 Pokemons like that, so I don't know, because I missed out on Gen 6 and Gen 7. But I'm pretty sure Xerneas gets Fairy Aura, so it gets like a Life Aura boost to its Fairy moves, I think that's how it works. Like a Life Aura boost or a Choice Specs boost, something like that. And when your moves are like Moonblast or its signature move, Light of Ruin, which is a base 140 power move, yeah, this thing will delete stuff. Then you get Dazzling Gleam for cover, like spread damage. You get Draining Kiss to heal yourself, and you get Psychic to hit poison types. The only thing really can't hit is Steel types, but even then, I remember one time I was calcing, like just for the heck of it, I was calcing this into Scizor because I had this on a ladder team, and I was noticing we would see Mega Scizors to help deal with Floette. Bro, Mega Scizor still takes 40% from a freaking Mega Floette, which I find hilarious because you're a Steel type. Why are you taking 40% from a Fairy move? But you know what? That just speaks, to me, that just speaks volumes to how hard this thing hits, right? So we have Floette on the team. Next we have the Volcarona. Volcarona, I like it for Rage Powder. Rage Powder to the Flame Body guy. I really like it for Rage Powder, especially considering Floette isn't like the bulkiest on the physical side, but its SPDF side is really good. So that can they can synergize that way. I really like King Gambit because for one, it deters Intimidate, which Mega Aerodactyl and Diggersby would appreciate, because you intimidate that thing, now you give me a freaking attack boost and I might just sweep you with it. Mega Aerodactyl is really strong. You get Tough Claws, so it's like, it's just really strong, yo. We have the female Bascule Legion, who, unlike the male one, is more so a special attacker, but you still get adaptability, which can be really good in this format because you can just spam Shadow Ball for the most part. And the things you can't Shadow Ball, oh, guess what? Floette just kills them anyway. And then last but not least, the Diggersby, huge power guy, a lot faster than I thought he was. I didn't think he was 78 speed. I thought he'd be like in the 50s. But yeah, this thing's a lot faster than I gave it credit for. And after seeing a couple of my friends use it, I noticed thing offensively is a threat. So, I respect the power of the Diggersby. But yeah, guys, that is the team I took over. These are the changes that I made. Next, we're going to get into my first battle with the team. So my first battle with the team, I did have to use the team on the left. So even though this isn't a team I wanted to use, quote unquote, I wanted to use the team just after I made the changes. So I was given the option of I can either, forfeit, give the guy a forfeit win, or just play with the team I have. And us being the competitors that we are, of course we chose to play him, especially considering our opponent this is going to be the week 3, and I believe it's like an 8-week season. So our opponent for week 3, because we missed the first 2 weeks, is none other than reigning champion AP, who's the coach of the Toronto Take Heart. So we did battle him. Wait, actually, no, he's not the reigning champion. You know what? I'm in too many draft leagues. Okay, so I played this guy in a different league that was also low tier with a lot of the similar rules and a lot of the same people, but I just realized that is TPL. That is not this league. My bad. He is not the reigning champion of this league. I'm pretty sure the reigning champion of this league is Tog. Tog. I remember when I played last season, Tog won. Anyway, this guy AP has won a lot of draft championships though. Like this dude's goated. But anyway, he's the coach of the Toronto Takehearts. We played him in TPL where we narrowly lost, but you know it was a really tight game. He has a pretty threatening team, which consists of Garchomp, Mega Scizor, Clefable, Meowscarada, the Slow King, Mega Abomasnow, Infernape, Mega Pidgeot, Garganacl, and the Rotom. Honestly, I think he's going to bring the first four, plus Infernape, and the last slot will probably be Garganacl. Garchomp is just too much of a threat to leave at home, especially considering it does hit a lot of my team offensively well. Mega Scizor, hey, listen, if my opponent was ever worried about Mega Floette, that thing solves all of his problems. Clefable, one of the better redirector mons in the game, so I feel like he brings that for redirection purposes. Meowscarada gives him a good speed tier into my team, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's Scarfed, because it gives him a way to help deal with Mega Aerodactyl if he didn't want to lean exclusively into Scizor, just clicking Bullet Punch. Because we can take advantage of that with the Volcarona and stuff, right? Then I think he brings the Infernape. Like like I feel like, well, I think if I'm not mistaken, it's the only thing on this team that gets fake out. So I'm pretty sure he brings the Infernape, and then I think he brings Garganacl because maybe Garganacl could be used for like wide guard shenanigans to prevent Floette from clicking like Dazzling Gleam, or to prevent Arrow from clicking Rock Slide and stuff like that. Or maybe he thinks I'm gonna bring Blizzard, freaking Abomasnow. You never know. So to combat this team, first and foremost, we decided we're going to bring Abomasnow, who's going to be rocking his Never Melt Ice, Snow Warning for the ability, Max HP, Max Attack, 2 Defense, Adamant Nature with Ice Shard, Seed Bomb, Helping Hand, and Protect. We really didn't need a Grass move, but I was like, okay, well, I guess if he brings Slowking, maybe we want to be able to hit it, even though I highly doubt Slowking comes. But we're Never Melt Ice because it gives Ice Shard a roll to kill Garchomp. It's not a guaranteed kill, but at least we have a roll to kill. It's more likely they live, but they don't live two of them, which, you know, really benefits us. We have Helping Hand to benefit our partner Pokemon, whatever is beside this thing. You know, if we never need like an additional attack boost into something, we can do that. And then we have Protect, of course, to keep ourselves safe. But yeah, the Never Melt Ice is only here to give us a roll to kill Garchomp. Otherwise, Ice Shard's a two-shot and we would just run a different item. But like I said, for what it's worth, if it's a roll to kill, hey, why not? Because Garchomp's a threat. Next on the team roster, we have the one, the only, Volcarona. Oh, by the way, guys, none of these Pokemon are going to have nicknames at first because I just got the team. But I'm going to change their names, you know, get them some nicknames. They deserve that. They're, like, unique to me. You guys know how we get down on this channel. But anyway, Volcarona's rocking his Charty Berry because, you know, Garchomp might try to drop some rocks on us, and that could be very annoying. And then I'm pretty sure Infernape gets Stone Edge. And I'm pretty sure Meowscarada gets Power Gem. Like, these are different things to account for, right? But anyway, we are Charty Berry with Flame Body, so if we can redirect the Scizor into us, that'd be pretty cool. We have Max HP, Max Defense, 2 Special Attack, Bolt Nature. Scizor can't even hit us with anything, except for, like, Aerial Ace, I think, which is really good. We have Rage Power, Fiery Dance, Giga Drain, and Protect. So Fiery Dance, we one-shot Scizor, and it can also potentially give us a +1 special attack boost. And then Giga Drain is kind of the only other move we need because the two things that resist fire are also weak to grass, with the exception of Infernape, who we're going to try to hit with something else anyway. Then we have Protect to keep ourselves, you know, safe. But yeah, that's Volcarona, mainly here to be a, you know, good little redirector. And maybe kill a Scizor or two. Let's find out. Next on the team roster is the only Mega Captain I'm bringing this week in the form of Mega Aerodactyl. To me, Scizor just makes bringing Floette so hard because, okay, you can EV to live the Bullet Punch, but you almost always die to whatever the follow-up move is, and God forbid if it's a spread move, because then you really just can't do anything about it. So I figured it'd probably be better for me to leave Floette at home, especially considering Aerodactyl does provide a lot offensively, so we are obviously rocking the Aerodactylite. Tough Claws for the ability, Max Attack, 29 Defense, 5 Speed, Jolly Nature with Dual Wing Beat, Iron Head, Fire Fang, and Protect. Fire Fang is literally just for the It's literally just for the Scizor. We one-shot it. Ironhead is literally just for the Clefable that I know is coming. We just mess it up with an Ironhead. And then Dual Wing Beat, literally, we are hitting everything else on this team indiscriminately with Dual Wing Beat, except for the Garganacl. We do have to Ironhead that. But, you know, everything else. And by the way, I find it kind of crazy that with 5, like, that's how fast this Mon is. With 5 speed, it literally outspeeds my opponent's entire team. And keep in mind, his fastest Pokemon is Meowscarada. That is insane. But yeah, that is Aerodactyl. Next on the team roster is the one, the only Basculegion, who I'm probably gonna nickname Mrs. Fish since my male one is named Mr. Fish. But anyway, she's rocking her Choice Scarf, adaptability for the ability, 2 defense, 32 special attack, 32 speed, modest nature with Muddy Water, Shadow Ball, Ice Beam, and Flip Turn. Muddy Water is basically, if I'm not mistaken, it's just as strong as Surf, but it has the added effect of being able to drop accuracy just with the cost of being like I think 95 accuracy move. But in general, it hits things really hard into this team. Like we just killed like the freaking Infernape, for example. Shadow Ball is pretty spammable, and the things we can't spam Shadow Ball into, Garganacl gets messed up by Muddy Water, Meowscarada gets messed up by Ice Beam, and then we have Flip Turn for pivoting and repositioning and stuff like that. Um, yeah, and then if he is like a scarfed Meowscarada, well, we have Pokemon that make him have to pick what he wants to lock himself into. But yeah, that's Basculegion. Next on the team roster is the one, the only King Gumbot, who is rocking his Choppleberry because there's like a whole Scizor who probably will have CC, so we should probably have a Choppleberry. We are Supreme Overlord, 2 HP, max attack, max defense. Adamant nature with Sucker Punch, Kowtow, Cleave, Iron Head, and Swords Dance. The Choppleberry also accounts for like a fighting move from the Infernape. And honestly, we just need our stabs to hit things. Infernape we will have to kill with something else. I know this says Swords Dance, but this should say Protect. It shouldn't say Swords Dance. It should say Protect. So yeah, we have Iron Head for the freaking Clefable, and then we have Sucker Punch and Kowtow Cleave for everything else. But yeah, that is King Gambit. Next on the team roster, last but not least, making his team debut just to get dropped next week, which is kind of funny. We have Hawlucha, who is rocking his Citrus Berry, Unburdened for the ability, 11 HP, 32 attack, 23 speed, Jolly Nature with Flying Press, Iron Head, Fire Punch, and Protect. So Protect, keeps it safe. Fire Punch. It doesn't one-shot Scizor, but if y'all remember me talking about the Helping Hand on the Abomasnow, Helping Hand into Fire Punch will kill Scizor. Helping Hand into Iron Head. If that freaking Clefable is chipped, it's taking a ridiculous amount of damage. And then we're running Flying Press because well, listen, we didn't want to run fighting and flying coverage in case the Rotom comes. And so Flying Press, for you guys who don't know, it's a fighting type move that factors in flying type super effectiveness. So if we hit Meowscarada, we're basically hitting it for 4 times damage. If we hit Infernape, we're basically hitting it for 2 times damage because of the flying part. If we hit Garganacl, it's actually neutral because it's factoring in the fact that this move is also a flying type move despite being a fighting type move. So it's a really weird move, but it's kind of the move that we need for this match. And hopefully I don't regret bringing it. But yeah, that is Hawlucha. That is the team. I've said everything that needed to be said, so without further ado, let's get into the battle. Good luck, have fun to my opponent AP. Hopefully this battle is a banger. Alright, so we are connected with our opponent AP, and he has brought the Infernape, the Clefable, the Rotom that we were not expecting, that's cool, Scizor, Meowscarada, and Garchomp. So instead of... he actually brought everything we expected, except he brought Rotom over Garganacl. Okay. Alright. Rotom. That's annoying. But we have a Basculegion, and Basculegion handles everything on this team except for the Meowscarada. Okay, Rotom. You can be a little annoying, not gonna lie. So, let's see. You see, I find my best lead into this team could very well just be... So let me see. Abomasnow kind of beats half the team by itself. Aerodactyl can beat a lot of things by itself. So I think we just lead these two. Have Basculegion in the back, and then I think we bring Hmm. I think we bring King Gambit in the back. Alright, let's try that. Good luck, have fun to my opponent AP. Because I think Hawlucha looks good, but like, in a later game maybe. In a later game. We have to try to win game 1 though. Let's try to win game 1. Let's focus on game 1. So my opponent is going to lead off with Joker and Joker. You love the reference! So here's the thing, right? I think we double protect, see what they want to go for. Especially considering Infernape does get fake out, so I don't want to fake out until, let's say, you get what I'm saying? Also, we don't know if this Meowscarada is scarfed or not. We don't know if it's scarfed or not. So, actually what I think, now that I think about it, what we probably should have done. I mean, to be fair, there's something we can do about it, right? So, hopefully, if Meowscarada is scarfed, we can just kill it with Iron Head. Assuming we don't die to a triple axle, because, you know, we could be able to die to that. So, Rocco goes first, which, well, that doesn't mean anything, because they could have protected as well. Well, actually, no, they didn't protect. They did not protect. So, does the Infernape fake out? A Joy Bullet for fake out into the Aerodactyl. I'm assuming Meowscarada goes for triple. Oh, Power Gem! Okay. That's actually tight. That's actually pretty tight. Question is, do I die to that? I mean, oh crap, do we die to that? We probably do, right? Meowscarada, Power Gem. We do coincidentally have... Okay, so we can live that, right? I think we just have to Iron Head this and go into Mr. Fish. Because I don't think Meowscarada is going to whatchamacallit. I don't think it's going to attack the... More than likely, you attack the Basculeaf. Not the Basculeaf, you attack the freaking Abomasnow. It shouldn't be able to kill us. And if he's faking out, that means he's not scarred. And we should be able to get a lot of damage off. I didn't get the chance to see if we kill or not, but I mean... Okay, so they are scarred. They're scarred. They're scarred. They're scarred. And we're gonna hit them with this Iron Head. Do we kill? We actually do. I kinda did not expect that. Kinda did not expect that. Okay, so Aerodactyl takes a kill in this game. Knock off. Ooh, good read. Good read. Good read. That's all I can say about that one. Good read. Because we're probably going to see... The issue is... Ah, crap. That was an amazing read. I can't be upset about it. Yep. This guy. What can we do about this situation? There's really nothing we can do about this, right? Yeah, we're kind of screwed here. Like, the only thing we can maybe do, because they're just going to knock off into this slot again, right? I don't think we get out of this situation here. We just don't. We just don't. So I think we have to try to Shadow Ball to chip this, and then go for Protect here. It's very unlikely we're going to... It's very unlikely we're going to this is bad. Oh, you are not nice! You're not cool! You're not cool! You're not cool! You are not cool! You are not cool! He's not cool for that. Okay, I should have muddy watered then. Alright. At least, god dang it, man. Scarf Meowscarada, so we just have to Shadow Ball this slide. And we got the we get the Spadef drop though. That's really nice. So let's think about this, right? They have to bullet punch, right? Because if you don't bullet punch, then I don't know. Like you have to bullet punch me, right? Otherwise, I just sucker punch and kill. Okay, we put muddy water here. I think because I mean you kind of have to. You have to respect my guy, right? I think we have to attack this slot with something. Okay. Oh gosh. Okay, smart play on his part though. Just get rid of the basket legion. We had to keep the like him making the read was so good on his part. We really needed to keep basket legion alive. The only thing we can maybe do is so he's going to probably attack the King Gambit this turn. He's going to probably click follow me with the Clefable, which means I think we helping hand into Iron Head into the Clefable. He probably CCs me, right? Follow me, comes out. Like, which one's a bigger threat to you? Overheat. Okay, cool. I think we just died, actually. Okay. So we're screwed in game one. And probably. So how do we adjust to this, bro? How do we adjust to this? Unfortunately, we are aware that the Meowscarada has power gems, so that actually doesn't help us here, does it? Yeah. How do we adjust to that? I mean, I think we just keep clicking buttons. How do we adjust to this? How do we adjust to this? How do we adjust? We probably need Volcarona. I don't think they're gonna bring Garchomp. We probably need Volcarona. Yeah, probably need Volcarona. Let me make sure I get the kills down. So Sizzle, Infernape killed Basque Legion. Scizor killed Aerodactyl, yeah, he killed Aerodactyl, they killed Abomasnow, and King Gambit died too. Okay, so it's just Infernape and Scizor game. Okay, cool. Yeah, this is hard. So Meowscarada is Scarf, and we know that. Which, to be fair, it's not really like the biggest shock in the world, right? So how do we deal with Scarf to Meow? We kind of don't. Well, we need Hawlucha, actually. We need Hawlucha. And we need Volcarona, probably? So let me think about this. If we have Hawlucha and Volcarona, we need Abomasnow, and we probably need Aerodactyl. So Volcarona, Hawlucha. I like Abomasnow. like Aerodactyl and I like Basque Legion. I think we bring Basque Legion again. So I mean, to be fair, as long as we deal with the Meowscarada, we're actually not looking bad. We just have to deal with the Meowscarada first. And I do think we try to bring Aerodactyl again. Right? Because I have to think, if he brings Garchomp, but will you bring Garchomp knowing that we have the Abomasnow? I think the safest thing for him to do is to... If he brings the Garchomp this game, bro, we're just screwed on it, right? But I think if anything, he maybe doesn't bring it this game, and then we can bring Abomasnow the next game, because he might bring it the next game. But we'll just have to wait and see. Because they also might not be expecting us to want to bring Volcarona. So let's see what happens here. Joy, okay, so it's the same lead as before. So we know they probably want a Power Gem. I think we just go for the flying. Like, I think what we do is we... Wait, actually? Fiery Dance to break a potential sash and flying press into the Infernape. Okay. Was not expecting. So they do go for the Power Gem again. So we should live. Okay. Now we break potential Focus Sashes. Not that this matters at this point. Do we even have a swap? We don't. So I think we have to just go for the Giga Drain here. Yeah, because if for some reason they try to ignore my Volcarona, we're going to punish the Meowscarada. And we're going to Flying Press here. But if not, I am okay. Okay, this actually works out too. Sharknado. Who is that? Okay. Okay. That's an amazing... Oh, okay, that's what the issue is for him to die. I think what we have to... Okay, we have to try to kill something before this turn is over. So I think what we do is we go for the Fiery Dance. Like, more than likely they're going to click Rock Slide here. So go for the Fiery Dance into the Rotom and protect the Hawlucha. Okay. Rock Tomb. Or not. Do we land this? If we land this, we're gonna do a decent amount of damage to it. Oh wait, this can't even miss, can it? I'm gonna do a decent shot for this. God dang it. I quite literally... Brother, I hate this because we can't do anything else. Hawlucha just dies to a Volt Switch, doesn't it? Let me check, man. Please don't die for some reason. Like, for some reason, just don't die to Volt Switch. For some reason, don't die to Volt Switch. For some reason, don't die to Volt Switch. I mean, I think it's possible. Volt Switch. Okay, that was copious. I guess we protect here and go for Iron Head, hoping we can maybe get a flinch. I don't know, bro. It's kind of all we can do. Can we flinch them? Can we flinch them? Can we flinch them? I really have nothing else I can do. Ah, they went for that. I should have just attacked the guard shot then. Okay, that's nice to know. How do we get out of here? Well, I'm pretty sure if we just start spamming muddy water, we'll be fine. Dang it, we have to get into position to do that. Protect. I guess flying press into this slot. I don't know, bro. I didn't want, like, this team is. Hawlucha is so underrated. Obama Snow, you tried your best. You tried your best. We just have to go for the flying press here. Do pitiful damage while we're at it. Who do they kill us? Who do they go back out into? Probably the Neon Scarada. Who just kills my goddamn guy with Flower Trick, I would imagine. Pretty sure my guy is just dead to Flower Trick. I don't think this really matters. The only thing we could have done differently is if we did actually bring Obama Snow, because Obama Snow could have just beaten these two. We're in a tough predicament because I'm pretty positive that Flower Trick just kills Vasculegion. So, I mean, the only thing we can do is just click Ice Beam. Or I guess we have to click Muddy Water, don't we? No, actually, we kind of have to click Ice. Like, we have to actually kill stuff. So even then, I feel like we have to click Shadow Ball here. And then they're going to Flower Trick, I'd imagine. So we just do a Wing Beat here. And if they don't do that, I'll be so shocked. So yeah, we're going to absolutely lose this set 2-0. Huh. I guess they wanted to see what move we lock ourselves into. Which, okay. They might have just gave us away back then. They have to go out into... I feel like they have to go into Meowscarada. I feel like they have to go into Meowscarada. So let's see what they decide to do. Yeah, they went to their Meowscarada. So I'm pretty sure they're going to Flower Trick my guy. In which case, we should go for the Shadow Ball into this anyway. Infernape, from what we can tell, is probably... So we know they have Rock Tomb, which makes me want to just attack this so we don't end up slower than the Infernape. Triple Axel, I hope you miss all of them. I hope you miss all of them. Of course he gets all his triple axels. Well, actually, this ain't the worst thing in the world, I think. If we kill... Hold on. Okay. Huh. So they're locked into triple axle over there. They're locked into triple axle. But we haven't broken Joy Boy's focus sash yet, though. Oh wait, yes we have. So as long as this kills Joy Boy, we should be fine. One, two, three. Please kill Joy Boy. Please kill Joy Boy. Please kill Joy Boy. Good job. Okay, now we have to try to kill this thing. Great. So Meowscarada killed my Aerodactyl. We probably don't kill this thing, which is the crazy part. And they're hitting all of their Oh, we do kill them. Okay, good job. Good job, Miss Fish. Good job. I'm not sure if I gave you that nickname yet, but if that happened, I'm going to remember to do it for the next game. Good job, Mrs. Fish. I really appreciate you. Alright, so we're going to get a game 3. Hopefully we don't get cooked. Okay. Game 3. Basque Legion got all 3. Wait, did he get all 4 kills? No, because Aerodactyl killed the Rotom. Okay. So we also, but Aerodactyl died this game. Hawlucha died. Volcarona died. Last game we killed their Meowscarada. So their Meowscarada is the only Pokemon to die twice on their side so far. Okay, cool. Alright. Now, what do we do about game 3? Obviously, King Gambit is a hard break. Okay. I really do like Abomasnow though. I love Abomasnow. 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 I like Volcarona because it helps me with the Scizor. It helps me tremendously with the Scizor, actually. So their lead both times has been Infernape Meowscarada. How can we counter that? Well, I mean, we can lead Hawlucha again, as much as I talk about it. I think we can lead that again. And then... oh, maybe Hawlucha and this guy, because they kind of have to decide who they want to actually get rid of. I think we bring Basque like you literally just won us the last game, so let's put some respect to your name. And then it's just a matter of, do I want to bring Abomasnow or Volcarona in the end? Dang, you both look good. I do think Abomasnow, because Abomasnow helps. I think we bring Volcarona. Let's just bring Volcarona. If they bring Scizor this game, we don't want to get punished for it, so let's just bring Volcarona. Let's bring Volcarona. I mean, Abomasnow and Volcarona both have their defensive challenges into this game. She's touch and Whirlwind. That actually works out for me. That actually works out for me. I think we double protect though, because they're probably going to, whatchamacallit, right? Try to fake me out. And I doubt you're going to try to switch, potentially switch in Meowscarada into that Joy Boy slot either. So let's see what they decide to go for. I'd imagine they go for, maybe fake out into Moonblast? Let's see. So they went for the fake out like I thought they would, and the Clefable goes for a Moonblast. Okay, I just kind of thought it would. Here's the question of the century, though. think Hawlucha should go for Iron Head to chip this. And I think here we go for dual wing beat, because if they make the choice to not... Actually, bro, we're gonna just double target the Clefable, bro. You know what? Caught you slipping. Ha ha ha. Caught you slipping. Alright, so we know they have Inferno and Scissor. Brother, we're about to do this Clefable. Bro, there's a double chance for us to clinch this thing. Ooh, if you even live. You could just die. Or not. That also is a thing. Bro, it's a double Iron Head, bro. If you avoid flinches on both ends, you're the GOAT. That's all I can say. You're the GOAT. Oh, you Moonblasted me. Okay. So we're at 97. Do we die to Bullet Punch? We probably do. Mega Scizor, Bulky Attacker, 32. We're at 97, which means we're at 63. Yeah, we're well within range of Bullet Punch. What we have to do here is just Iron Head this slot and hard switch into this. That's kind of all we can do. Because they have to respect the Iron Head. Not to mention, what did they do? Like, they kind of have to attack that slot, don't they? They choose not to. Okay. Oh, they might dual wing beat my guy now that I think about it. Oh, close combat. Can we please burn them? Burn? 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 Burn, 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 burn. Pretty sure they die to a fire punch now, though. Pretty sure I can kill them with... You know what? Let me double check. Hawlucha. Mega Scizor. Funky Attacker. -1. There's a good chance you die to this. And even if you don't... We'll see. Joker. So they kind of have to Power Gem or Triple Axle. I think what we do is we just double target the... We double target this slot. Like, they literally... They're not really in a position to where they can... Or do we just Rage Powder? Actually... Yeah, let's just Rage Powder. Wait, can we Rage Powder... So, I mean, they have to... This works because they have to... Bro, they're not going to Flower Trick us. And we're Charty Berry. So we live. And what I think we do now, because they're going to see the Fire Punch. And they have to respect that, bro. They have to respect that. So I think what we do now, we Flying Press this. And I think we Rage Powder again, just in case they decide to Bullet Punch. And if they stay in with this, like if they let us take the Meowscarada right here, that looks really good for us. That looks really good for us. That looks really good for us. And they're only switching, as we know, is the Joy Boy. So if Joy Boy comes into that Meowscarada slot, it's probably... Like, I don't think they can afford to let us, you know... Okay, so they swapped in on that slot. And the following turn, we can... into our Basque Legion and just click Muddy Water. And there's nothing he can do about it for real, except click knock off. Flying press, kills this. Actually it doesn't because I forgot, it factors in the fact that we're also a flying type. So we go out into this now. And I think what we do is we flying press this and click Muddy Water. They can fake out the Hawlucha, but I mean, at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure what they want to do is try to swap out into, yeah, swap that out. So as long as we land our flying press, this Infernape should die. Okay. And now the Scizor is definitely in range of Fire Punch. I don't think Meowscarada can kill us. And if we kill the Scizor, Meowscarada... I don't think Meowscarada can beat. So basically, he has to take the kills one at a time is what I'm trying to get at. So we Fire Punch this slot. Yeah, we Fire Punch that slot. Because he has to Flower Trick Basque Legion, right? So we go for Muddy Water again. And if he protects to attack my Hawlucha... Okay. The issue is this doesn't beat... Okay. Now let me double check. Hawlucha just kills Mega Scizor, right? Like at neutral, max attack, we should die. So we're gonna go out into this. And we're gonna just protect in the Fire Punch. Because Meowscarada is locked into Flower Trick, which means you're not killing my Hawlucha. You're not killing my Hawlucha. The only thing they can do is Bullet Punch me with the Scizor. If they get a double protect into like a double Flower Trick or something. Okay. What? Oh, I forgot we do have that, don't we? Ha! I was about to say, bro, if we would have lost because of that, I would have been so upset. And thankfully now we have the Unburden boost, which means we can just straight up beat the Meowscarada now. So you know what? This is really good, bro. This is really good because if we were going to originally take the team over and be like 1-2 with it, but my opponent did offer me a chance to play them. And you know, I'm very grateful for that opportunity because thanks to him, we can actually go into a 2-1 record to start the season off as opposed to being 1-2, which have been unfortunate. But yeah, I appreciate him for letting us play this game. Pretty sure he's probably thinking to himself right now, maybe I shouldn't have offered. But you know what, AP, you're a cool dude for that, and I really appreciate you. Thank you, buddy, for tuning in. If you haven't done so already, please remember to like and subscribe. And until next time, everybody, peace out.